Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, all of you beautiful people. I haven't seen such a bunch of beautiful people in a long time. Welcome to everyone. Before we begin, I would like to highlight a few arrangements. Please switch off all of your cell phones, either on airplane mode or totally quiet. Then be courteous to those around you. Please don't talk during the proceedings. Please make sure that you have your mask on at all times. Professional photos will be taken in the next hall. And then please don't leave this building before you've given back your academic attire. May the congregation please stand.
By virtue of the powers vested in me as the Chief Executive Officer, I constitute this gathering as a congregation of Stadio. Please be seated. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It was Mahatma Gandhi that said, "Live as if you are to die tomorrow, and learn as if you are to live forever." With those wise words, I want to welcome you all to this Stadio Autumn 2022 graduation ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a very special day. A special day for our graduates who will receive their qualifications that they work so hard for. But it is also a special day for us as an institution. Today sees the first series of graduation ceremonies here at our new campus in Centurion. Hopefully the first of many still to come. It is also a special evening for us as an institution, as we will confer our second Fellow of Stadio Award. But more on that later during the ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very fortunate tonight to have Mr. Theo Mkombeni, the CEO of Mr. Slimfit, with us. Theo will be our guest speaker, keynote speaker for the evening. Theo, from my side, thank you for making the time, and thank you for being here with us this evening. It is an honor for me to welcome you to this graduation ceremony, and we all look forward to your keynote address. Welcome to Professor Divya Singh, our Chief Academic Officer for the Stadio Group, as well as a Director on the Stadio Holdings Board. Welcome to our Executive Head, Professor Patrick Bean, and our Heads of Schools this evening, the School of Education, Dr. Leanne Browning, and our Head of School of Fashion, Marina Steenekamp. Welcome to our Deputy Registrars and their teams, really working hard behind the scenes in making this evening possible for all of us. And then also a special word of welcome to the Head of Campus for the Randburg and Hatfield campuses, Mr. Leo Snyman. Welcome to all the other academics and support staff present here tonight. Then a special warm welcome to the people there at the back and at our venues next to this venue, the parents, family and friends of our graduates. Your being here this evening makes this event extra special. Then to the graduates, our VIPs for the evening. Let me start off by saying congratulations. Well done. You did it. Let's give them a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You are now part of a very small group of South Africans with a higher education qualification. With that comes also great responsibility. I'm sure your lecturers over the last few years spoke to you about these responsibilities on various occasions. But tonight is not the night for that. Tonight is all about celebration, celebrating your achievements. Enjoy the moment, graduates. This is your moment. This is your day. Enjoy every moment of it. But I also want you to make me a promise this evening. I want you to promise me that this is not the end for you. Promise me that you won't stop studying and investing in your personal development. In this fast-changing world that we're living in, we all have to become lifelong learners. And always remember the wise words of Gandhi. Learn as if you are to live forever. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the majority, or not the majority, all of these students started their academic journey by registering with one of our legacy brands. The students here this evening registered with Prestige College, and I think the majority of you registered with Lysof. But today you will receive a Stadio qualification. Why this change then, you may ask? If we look at the private higher education institution landscape, we see that the majority of private higher education institutions are single faculty institutions with 1 to 3 academic schools. At Stadio, we decided to go the opposite direction, and we merged 4 of our branches to form a comprehensive institution. The 4 branches that we merged include Lysof, Prestige Academy, the Southern Business School, and Embury. This comprehensive institution offers contact learning, distance learning, and online learning. Having 8 campuses across the country, 7 in South Africa and 1 in Namibia. And as a multi-school approach, including the School of Business and Commerce, the Schools of Education, Management and Administration, Media and Design, Policing, Law, IT, and even in fashion schools. Together with our other 2 brands in our group, namely AFTA, that focus on the film industry, and Milpark Education, that focus on the financial and banking sectors, we host 38,000 students in the group, making us one of the 7 biggest higher education institutions in our country. An institution that can really compete with the biggest higher education public universities in South Africa, but also abroad. But ladies and gentlemen, we don't just want to compete with numbers. More importantly for us is that we want to compete with the quality of our programs and qualifications, as well as our graduates. A lot of resources and investment go into our program development to ensure that we offer top quality qualification and that we deliver high in demand graduates, not just to the local market, but also internationally. This new comprehensive Stadio institution stands on 3 legs. Those 3 legs are, firstly, widening access, giving more people the opportunity to access higher education. The second leg is all about alignment with the world of work, ensuring that our qualifications are relevant and that our students are high in demand. And then thirdly is to be student-centered. As an institution, we pride ourselves in giving our students the best support for them to be successful with their studies. I want to conclude, ladies and gentlemen, with some very good news, especially for our graduates. And I want them to listen carefully. For those of you who do not know, Stadio is a listed company, listed on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. That listing made it possible for us to launch our Kulisa student share scheme. This share scheme is the first such scheme for South African higher education institutions, and I still stand to be corrected, the first such scheme in the world. So what does it mean? What does it mean for our graduates? For all the postgraduates, those ones
My name is Theo Ngobeni. Like she said, I'm the owner and creative director of a brand called Mr. Slimford. Firstly, thank you to the management team and the teachers of Stadio for this wonderful opportunity. I really appreciate it. And to our graduates, the class of 2021, well done to you guys. In the words of the great philosopher of our generation, you started from the bottom. When I was preparing the speech, There were so many things that I wanted to address. But I had to ask myself as a graduate, what sort of life advice would I have loved to hear from a keynote speaker? So I thought of 3 of the life advices that are dear to my heart, and I thought I should share with you tonight. And these are just the 3. I could have went on and on and on, but they only gave me 10 minutes. Okay, for me, the first and the best life lesson that I've learned is that in life you must always put God first. It doesn't matter which religion you believe in. We all believe in the higher power. Put God first in everything that you do. I am the man I am today because of God. I'm where I am today because of God. And I'm standing here in front of you addressing you tonight because of God. I'll give you a bit of background about myself. I'll start back in 2001 when I matriculated. Don't judge my age. I matriculated with a D average. I hope that's not what most of you got. I was just an average student. And like in any other normal 18-year-old, I didn't know what to do with my life after matric. I then decided to take a gap year, which turned into 2 years. And then from there on, I got frustrated because I didn't know what to do with my life. At some point, I think it was August 2003, I decided to give my life to God. I decided to turn around my ways and give my life to God. And I think that was the moment when my life changed. After that, things started happening differently. I got accepted to the University of Pretoria. I didn't have the good marks, so I needed to do the bridging program in order for me to get into the BCom program. But that's how my journey started with education. I started at the University of Pretoria in 2004. And between 2004 and 2008, I went from a D average student in matric to becoming the #1 student in business management, the second best student in accounting. I graduated cum laude, and I got the SRC academic colors. During that time, I was also appointed as a second-year accounting tutor by the University of Pretoria. I also got a scholarship from the JSE. Prudence. I'm the producer of Tibotash's show. Would like to interview you tomorrow. Are you available? I had plans for the next day, but I cancelled them. I went to Metro FM, my interview was at 4, I got there at 3. I sat there and absorbed the energy. And as my time came close, I moved into the studio. 5 minutes into the interview, we went to an ad break, and Timochai said to me, "Damn, you came prepared." Little did you know that I had months and months of planning. So for me, that's why I say set goals, believe in them, and work hard towards them, and never give up on your dreams. It doesn't matter how crazy it seems to other people. They are your dreams. God will give us a vision, and when He does, it's your vision. The next person will not understand it. People only start understanding it once it starts to unfold. That's when it makes sense to others. So don't give up on your dreams. The third point is trust the process. And this I'm testimony to. Romans 8, verse 28 says, "In all things, God works for the good for those who love Him and who have been called according to His purpose." God has a purpose for each and every one of us. Everything that happens in life, whether good or bad, it is part of God's purpose and where He's taking us. In 2009, when I started working for R&B, I started working for R&B as a forex dealer, and not those ones that scam people on Instagram. As a liker of things, I used to be one of the guys who dresses smartly at the office. But what that did for me was it opened a few doors. I was selected by the R&B graduate recruitment team to be one of their faces of graduates. So for the campaign of 2010, the following year, when they went to recruit graduate, I was one of the people that they took. So I got to travel to different universities so that I can be able to speak and be able to convince graduates to come and join R&B. In 2012, when some of my colleagues were getting excellence awards on performance, I was awarded as the best dressed individual in our division. At that point, I didn't understand it and I didn't get it, but it all made sense 6 years later, in 2018, when GQ South Africa awarded me as the best dressed man of the year in South Africa. So trust the process. When I was still working at Rand Merchant Bank, my portfolio included JSE listed companies. So I worked with CEOs, and part of my job was to understand their business and be able to come with hedging products that will be able to solve their solutions. Today, most of my clients in my business are CEOs, businessmen and women, and politicians. My job is understanding their life and their lifestyle requirements and designing wardrobes that cater to them. So trust the process. In 2013, the R&B marketing team was working on a new campaign to rebrand Rand Merchant Bank, and they chose me as one of the faces they wanted to work with. And that meant that I would be, when you open the website of R&B, I'm one of the faces that you saw. On their adverts, I was one of their faces. Today, I've worked with brands like Daniel Wellington Watches, Mercedes-Benz Fragrance, and I'm currently working with Clearance Skin as their face. So trust the process. Lastly, one of my mantras in life is very simple. Work hard, dress well, and stay humble. Number one, work hard. Nothing in life comes for free. Work hard for everything that you want. Set those goals, but work hard for everything that you want. I work hard because God promised me everything. Number two, the first thing that people see when they meet you is not your personality.
Andre Sulelu, who will present the awards on behalf of our head of school. Okay.
I now call upon the students receiving their qualification for High Certificate in Business Accounts Administration to make their way to the stage. Mr. CEO, I request you to confer the High Certificate in Business Accounts Administration on the following students. The certificate is an NQF 5 qualification for the 128 credits. Candice Folds. Tiffany Sifiso Kazi. With distinction, Alicia Kruger. Caden Levenberg. With 4 distinctions, Ashlyn Roberts. Passed with cum laude, Hermina Bachachi Klobata. With 5 distinctions, Andre Draya. I now call upon the students receiving their qualifications for High Certificate in Business Marketing to make their way to the stage. Mr. CEO, I request you to confer the High Certificate in Business Marketing on the following students. The certificate is an NQF 5 qualification with 128 credits. Marie de Beer. Bartens. Reynard van der Berg. And I'll call upon the students receiving their qualification for the high certificate in fashion to make their way to the stage. Mr. CEO, I request you to confer the high certificate in fashion on the following students. The certificate is an NQ 5 qualification with 120 credits. Sydney Retabile Bireng. Dando Buthelezi. Mentor Musweu Chilwan. Today, Kaylin Diaker. Lebogang Dibakwani. Felicity Nolwazi Samukele Dladla. Hulelwa Nicole Zuzu. Kirsty Isabel Finn. Peacework Siabulela Kumete. Hanya Kaho Kautzan. Akambo Nancy Lobaji. Namzamo Innocentia Matigiza. Loaziva Katsela. Alisa Masilo Silulekile Maslang. Nindi Bueni Mayange. Sia Destiny Marsh. Nomvula Maria Makoba. Pabalo Sana Mashilo. Kaylee Faith Foster. And I'll call upon the students receiving their qualification for high Lisedi Shahaswana. Musa Niti Amanda Kileme. Kitlolan Sehola. And I call upon the students receiving their qualification and high certificate in fashion retail to make their way to the stage. Mr. CEO, I request you to confer the high certificate in fashion retail on the following students. The certificate is an NQF5 qualification with 120 credits. Anshin Fairley. Zakira Ghani. Bianca Danielle Griffiths. Dogozo Mabaso. Kelisha Aziza Majerman. Passed cum laude with 8 distinctions. Kenzanet Malebe. Shannon Amy Heard. And I call upon the students receiving their qualification for diploma in fashion, design, or commercial to make their way to the stage. Mr. CEO, I request you to confer the diploma in fashion, design, or commercial on the following students. The diploma is an NQF6 qualification with 360 credits. Nasiha Abdullah. Tabitha Kate Rabbit. Renelwe Sibongile Munametsi. Nwabisa Bongiwe Sibi. Ribolengo Ethel Nokeri. Lucien Roberto Robinson. Utirile Sintle Shebe. Zara Serkot. Tiffany Brandy Williams. Butlo Maslatsi Mushagan. Next one over there. Dantle Joy Nokululego Masuku. I now call upon the students receiving their qualification for Bachelor of Arts in Fashion to make their way to the stage. Mr. CEO, I request you to confer the Bachelor of Arts in Fashion on the following students. Degrees in NQF 7 qualification worth 360 credits. Tate Bailey. Tepiso Chantal Baloyi. Passed cum laude with 16 distinctions, Jamie Rebecca Behak. Tabang Tibedi Mudibe. Kesley Frances Bowden. Tona Campbell. Nina Camphor. Passed cum laude with 21 distinctions. Nikki Constantina Christodoulou. Shannon Clark. Angela Marie de Andrade. Diana Loanda de Lima Arujo. Nangeva Tamid Doania. Jessica Enoch. Nadine Haldenays. Zakira Ganchi. Savannah Govey. Tegan Zane Gray. Candice Hanekom. Brandon Harris. Isabella Hobron. JV Marjorie Holthausen. Passed with 13 distinctions, Altia Cecile Janse van Rensburg. Lucia Monica Jardin. Susanna Magdalena Jordan. Natasha Naledi Pau. Marie-Linette Klintz. Kisente Babies Koane. Nomthandazo Krai. Slade Sena Grace. Grace Mwansa Koani. Passed cum laude with 16 distinctions, Georgia Verana Landori. Bunse Kifilo Elehotla. Neo Libota. Fanele Seluleko Mabaso. Amokhelang Mabena. Passed cum laude with 16 distinctions, Caitlin Tracy Mahoney. Tamukhelo Faith Makolo. Gertrude Balisa Bashakolo. Kunda Mamburu. Lebogang Litabo Matiwe. Savon Machana. Nolutando Mbanjwa. Tulufetso Boniwe Mferi. Sanele Masichaba Mhlanga. Siyabonga Precious Johanna Nguni. Tinewo Bufukeng. Tsegofatso Dimpo Bofokeng. Tabang Kubo Mohapiloa. Amogela Mota Mokot. Refilwe Itumeleng Mukwena. Utsile Tebuho Mukotong. Litabo Ritabile Musiba Mulife. Naledi Sweli Shembuloi. Tisetso Nomonde Muswe. Ramatsovane Tsegofatso Mpatleng. Fala Mula. Ubusi Nyandanga Munya. Nolukanyo Felicia Ndavu. Karabo Ntibani. Karabo Ujeng. Bianca Olivia. Reranzu Panga. Sheridan Catherine Platt. Willem Christian Pretorius. Shika Reddy. Carla Reitz. Kaylee Richter. Sarina Rue. Mwango Fela Sidile. Sifiso Valentine Chavalan. Bapiti Didiro Shai. Helen Sidney Slater. Chandra Smith. Shantae Smith. Michelle Smith. Brendan Lee Kyle Song. Jason Kiruban Sumar. Therese Damien Andrew Spalding.
Yes, yeah.
Passed cum laude with 17 distinctions. Elise Villa Tua. Chiara van der Bank. Bianca van der Merwe. Mia van Nieker. Passed cum laude with 18 distinctions. Simone van Rooyen. Passed cum laude with 20 distinctions. Tanaka Margarita Vingero. Passed with 12 distinctions. Christina Jacina Venter. Abongile Yako. Siyabonga Net Simlindile Zulu. Marie Rose Pilonda Wakihulu. Kanyiso Ngubani. Witsipo Faith Mangani. I now call upon the students receiving their qualification for the Bachelor of Commerce in Fashion to make their way to the stage. Mr. CEO, I request you to confer the Bachelor of Commerce in Fashion to the following students. The degrees in NTO 7 qualifications worth 370 credits. Passed cum laude with 18 distinctions, Therese Colbert. Emma Claire Crawford. Talia Evelo. Bianca Jove. Linda Grobler. Corley Lass. Kaylee Lewis. Bugang Tolwane Makreta. Andiswa Tasha Buyazi. Taibo Etandwa Njal. Shanira Christina Msal. Passed cum laude with 22 distinctions. Rashika Perumal. Bianca Kristen Ramalo. Sabina Nosipiwo Releng. Sinead Ridney. Passed cum laude with 15 distinctions, Amishka Suprasad. Danielle Ant. Clara Stein. Nusaiba Suleiman. Passed with 16 distinctions, Ingrid Suzanne Swart. Jesse Jordan Treming. Darian Williams. I now call upon the students receiving their qualification for Bachelor of Arts Honors in Fashion to make their way to the stage. Mr. CEO, I request you to confer the Bachelor of Arts Honors in Fashion on the following students. The degrees in NQF 8 qualification with 120 credits. Sumia Abed. Umaira Akalwaya. Stephanie Margaret Felice Baker. Jody Olivia Berry. Passed cum laude with 2 distinctions, Taylor Bliegner. Georgia Madeline Dempster. Stephanie Daniela Duke. Melissa Furry. Nazmira Fredericks. Kim House. Jesse Tyler Hahn. Lebuhan Caramelo Hartenberg. Let's go, let's go! Passed cum laude with 3 distinctions, Sungano Kanjere. Okay. Passed cum laude with 4 distinctions, Brittany Ann King. Reynard Delange. Yolette Blessing. Celeste Diana Adelaide Malonga. Hloniphile Zizipho Mbele. Nabukhanya Precious Msiginya. Of course. Passed cum laude with 5 distinctions, Sashenka Gabrielle Michael. Wanele Simile Ngobo. Marike Stolz. Navishka Gayanda. Passed with 3 distinctions, Stefan Valentin. Passed with 3 distinctions, Tatum Morgan van Vieren. Sandra Lee Rosa Fenter Campos. Angelique Mary Vega. Crystal Tanith Williams. Amy Williams. The persons whose names were not read but appear in the program receive their qualification in absentia. Thank you.
Just want to ask all the graduates to please take your seats. I call upon the head of school, Ms. Marina Steenekamp, to present our academic award winners.
Mr. CEO, it is with great pleasure that I present to you the following academic award winners. The award winners are recognized for achieving 75% at a first attempt within a specific program. These are the excellent award winners for the School of Fashion. For the higher certificate in fashion, Serike Tagazetise is receiving a qualification in absentia. For the higher certificate in digital marketing practice, Marlene Francis Berger. For the higher certificate in fashion retail, Kanzinet Malharba. For the Bachelor of Commerce in Fashion, Rishika Perumal. The Bachelor of Arts in Fashion, Emily Irene Gordon, who received a qualification in absentia. The Bachelor of Arts Honours in Fashion, we had a tie in the qualification. And the qualification or the award goes to Sangana Kanjere as well as Shenka Gabriela Naika.
I would now like to invite the CEO, Divya Singh, to the podium to present the Fellow of Stadio Award.
Mr. CEO, ladies and gentlemen, Stadio instituted the prestigious Fellow of Stadio Awards in 2022. It is my honor, my privilege, and an absolute pleasure to present to you the second recipient of the Fellow of Stadio Award, Mr. Theo Ngobeni. The Fellow of Stadio is the institution's way of honoring deserving members of the wider community who have contributed to the achievement of Stadio's vision, mission, values, and commitments. The Fellow of Stadio is the highest award that Stadio can confer on an individual for his distinguished contribution to Stadio or his professional discipline and area of work. Mr. Ngobeni, Stadio acknowledges your trailblazing contributions to the world of fashion in South Africa and globally. From flamboyant design and style leadership to exciting entrepreneur and sound businessman, you have done it all. However, most importantly, your life encapsulates three of Stadio's most important graduate attributes: grit, resilience, and creativity. On these three pillars, You stand as a role model and a beacon to all of us. Stadio sincerely appreciates your commitment to the institution and the School of Fashion, and your preparedness to engage with its students. I will now invite Ms. Mirena Steenkamp, Head of the School of Fashion, to read the commendation supporting Mr. Ngubeni's appointment as a Fellow of Stadio. Ms. Steenkamp.
Theo Ngubeni matriculated in 2001 without university entrance. He spent 2 years at home, as he says, trying to find himself. He eventually took a career assessment that saw him registering for a bridging program with the University of Pretoria that will allow him access to a BCom degree. As a university student in 2006, he was awarded a scholarship through the JSE by the Investment Analyst Society in South Africa. In the same year, he also received the award for the Best Business Management Student. In 2008, Theo received his BCom with distinction, SLC Colours for Academic Achievement, and was invited to join the Golden Key International Society for Top Performers. In 2009, he obtained his BCom Honours degree in Financial Management. After completing his studies, Theo worked in finance for Rand Merchant Bank and Alakatel Natal, but after years of style tips and fashion advice to friends and family, his passion for style evolved from being a part-time thing to a full-time career. In January 2015, Theo traded his job in the financial market for a career in the fashion industry, establishing his own company and launching his first brand, Mr. Slimfit. Today, Theo Ngubeni is one of the best and leading male image and style consultants in South Africa, providing wardrobe makeovers and bespoke services to young and old. His fashion styling portfolio includes Destiny Man magazine, Namibia Music Awards, and Bona magazine. Theo was named by GQ South Africa as one of the top 50 best dressed men in 2015 and 2016, and won top honor as GQ SA's best dressed man for the year in 2018. Theo Ngubeni is without a doubt a force to be reckoned with in the style fraternity.
Mr. CEO, I request that you confer the Fellow of Stadio on Mr. Theo Ngubeni. And with that, Theo, I know all the graduates probably know the quote better than I am, but as I see you there, I'm reminded of something that I think it's Coco Chanel who said it. It's, I don't do fashion, I am fashion. Theo Ngubeni. To our graduates, is it fair that I'm the only one who feels happy? Come, I know you can smile. I've seen you smile already. I also heard the vague celebratory shout from a couple of you. So I'm now going to see if I can choreograph this movement. Come on, throw your hands in the air. Both hands up in the air. Let's go, people. Let's go. Hands in the air. Hands down. Hands up again. Hands down. Right hand on your left shoulder. Pat, 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 pat. And give yourselves a good pat on the back because you deserve it. Well done to all of you. Surely you agree with me that today is a special day for so many reasons. Your lecturers sit here, and I heard some of them clapping politely. I don't know why it was polite. I would have been louder. but they bask in the glory of your achievement because it reflects on how well they have taught you. Your parents and family sit here this evening with pride and with joy. And you, I hope, sit here bursting with excitement just thinking about your success. I sat like you some 33 years ago, and today I can still remember that feeling of achievement. So I hope it is a feeling that will remain with you for many, many years to come. But speaking to the graduates again, do you remember your first day of registration and wondering what lay ahead of you? Entering the world of work as you started your workplace learning module, getting ready for the exams, and phoning a friend at midnight to find out, will chapter 3 be tested tomorrow morning? Go on, you did it. Getting used to Canvas and the terrifying wait for exam results. I believe that everyone here today, and I speak to both the graduates and their parents and their friends, can relate to at least one of these stressful experiences. But this evening, as you sit here with your certificate in your hand and having successfully walked across the stage without your mortarboard falling off or tripping, because I saw some of the heels that these ladies wear. Sure, something else. I hope that you will look back on the past years with Stadio as being amongst the best that you have had. And all that I want to say to you as you sit here with all your stresses forgotten is, from all of us on the stage, congratulations, and bask in this glory. And for tomorrow's consideration, I wouldn't dare to say tonight, for tomorrow's consideration, I hope that we have instilled in you the power to think, the power to reason, the power to question, and most importantly, to understand that learning isn't only about finding the right answer. More importantly, it's about creating the road that leads to that right answer. And each step, whether marked by success or failure, is a learning event. The best lesson that I taught myself is that I am human. I am not perfect, although my husband says that sometimes I think I am, but I'm not perfect. I'm alive. I try things. I make mistakes. I stumble. I fall. I will get hurt. But each time I rise again. I try again. I keep learning and I keep growing. And every day I am thankful for every opportunity shared with me. It is so easy to become depressed when things go badly and to dwell on the negative rather than celebrating the good things that have happened to us. As Theo said, remember to stay focused on your goals, believe in them, and prepare for them. Don't give up. And Theo, what is it you say? Trust in the process. So I'm going to ask you to do something else for me. Turn to the person sitting next to you and make a promise. From today onwards, I will always see the glass half full. I am not a glass half empty person. Live that promise and you will live your best life. More recently, Stadio has begun to pointedly focus on the values of good citizenship and the importance of our students being socially conscious and responsible people, understanding the values of Ubuntu for themselves, for their families, and for their communities. I can assure you that all of us at Stadio are very proud of our graduates. But we also understand that an institution like ours will be known for the graduates it produces. I therefore hope that every one of you will reciprocate our pride and wear the badge of your alma mater, Stadio, with grace and with honor. To everyone who has contributed to making this graduation ceremony the success that it has been, and especially to Mr. Theo Ngubeni, our keynote speaker, for your inspiring address, I want to thank you all. Back to our graduates, the last word to you, and it must be, congratulations, and may success always come your way in life. I thank you.
Wow, what a high note to end the evening off with. Just before we close the ceremony, the formal ceremony, it is tonight our head of school's birthday. So please hug her and Hunter to say congratulations before you leave today. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the singing of the national anthem. Then please remain standing for the CEO to dissolve the congregation and for the academic procession to leave the hall. Please rise.
Sounds too cool to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live as brotherhood in South Africa.
By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I now dissolve this congregation of Stadio.